What's up, everybody? Luke Mullen here with the Lincoln Journal-Star coming at you with another rapid reaction, or maybe not so rapid. As you can see, the big house fully cleared out behind me. Michigan fans very satisfied, of course, with today's 34-3 win over Nebraska. And, this game for Nebraska coming in, obviously, 30, 31-point underdogs. It was always going to be a big challenge. And the real test was going to be how well does Nebraska compete against this Michigan team, showing that they can live up to these high standards of Big Ten physicality, the type of run-based attack that you're going to see week in and week out. And of course, Blake Corum, heard a lot about him, potential Heisman Trophy hopeful, and he did a pretty good job, but ultimately, wasn't exposing this Nebraska team the way that you saw other running backs do. Really, you got to give a lot of credit to Michigan's offensive line, doing a great job opening up gaps for him in that second half. After the game, Colton Feast and Ernest Hausman saying that, the mix of zone schemes, gap runs, Michigan just did a really good job of pulling those linemen, moving them around, making sure that the defense didn't know what was coming. And that was kind of the key for them. J.J. McCarthy also playing a solid game. Michigan perhaps a little too pass heavy in that first half, really focused on controlling the ball, grinding down that clock in the second half, because they knew that the Nebraska offense just couldn't do anything. And Chuba Purdy comes out, throws a great 30-yard bomb to Marcus Washington on that opening drive. And you kind of got the feeling, maybe Purdy with some more experience, can help lead this Nebraska offense. Well, 3 straight 3-and-outs after that, things are looking a little bit more bleak. And he leads another great drive. Nebraska almost going all the way down for another touchdown. They're in the red zone. He slides, gets hurt, suffered a high ankle sprain, we learned from Mickey Joseph after the game. So we'll be interested to see Purdy's status for the next 2 weeks, because Logan Smothers, as we also learned, very dinged up in the 2 weeks before this game. So Nebraska with 3 injured quarterbacks, their top 3 guys. We saw Matt Masker and Jarrett Sinek, 2 in-state walk-on guys, make the trip today. So very, very concerning for Nebraska's quarterback health. And of course, Smothers, really just did not do a whole ton. Part of that just Nebraska not able to move the ball efficiently, not able to protect. But only 4 completed passes, 15 yards. Smothers 4 carries for 1 yard. Just not a big day for a guy that you want to come out, show a little bit of that fire that he showed last week against Minnesota. Again, perhaps his health bugging him a little bit in that regard. But big time loss here in the big house. Nebraska not even close to Michigan. These two teams worlds apart. Big Ten West contender, heck, national championship contender for Michigan versus for Nebraska. Yet another losing season. 2 games left to avoid another 3-9 year. We'll see what Nebraska can do. Appreciate all of you tuning in to today's Rapid Reaction.